Ex-gay author claims gay men wave rainbow flag to make pact with the devil. Luca Di Toll, part-time author and former gay, claims the only reason he was a homosexual is because the devil made him so. The controversial pundit says that when he was gay, he always had the feeling of sneaking around. However, he claims this feeling had nothing to do with the fear of homophobia or rejection that many gay men experience. It was, Ital believes, because he allowed himself to listen to the devil. It was because Lucifer is the most powerful of all angels, and so you can listen to him, he told Pro-Life News. He says that Lucifer's deafening tones led the gay community into pain, despair, and darkness, through a series of false promises and sadistic pleasures. The author went to say that gay men mark their pact with the devil in a rather unique way, by waving the pride flag high. The rainbow flag, designed by a homosexual activist, is the flag of gay pride, and the rainbow is the covenant between God and Noah, he said. The colors printed on the flag are reversed, and so it's a sort of pact with the devil. Now folks, there's no doubt about it, you get a lot of criticisms for talking about this. He says that after having a life of absolute sin, he was saved by the fundamentalist Catholic movement, who now uses writings as proof homosexuality is a choice rather than genetic. However, LGBT activists have rubbished his recovery as nothing more than homophobic fantasy. This article is from The Onion. Hell, now a thriving epicenter of gay culture. Noting the incredible rate at which the community has grown, sources confirmed Thursday that Hell, the endless kingdom of misery, is now a booming haven of gay culture. The Great Abyss, home of the damned, is reportedly inhabited by some 600 million condemned homosexual or transgender souls, a large proportion of its total population, and has by many accounts blossomed into an oasis of gay activism and community events. I've only been here for a few months, but I've already fallen in love with it, said 49-year-old Daniel Edelson, adding that he has already befriended hundreds of fellow gay men and women in the accursed underworld, all of whom have welcomed him with open arms. The streets of fire and brimstone are so full of so many great cafes, restaurants, bakeries, independent bookstores, and of course, plenty of gay bars and clubs. There's just so much to do. My favorite place is this wonderful little promenade along with River Styx, where couples always take walks together on the weekends, continued Edelson. I'd say this is easily the most LGBT-friendly place I've ever lived. According to the sources, the deepest bowels of hell have over the past several millennia developed a thriving gay community that is said to rival the likes of New York City neighborhood of Chelsea, San Francisco's Castro District, Soho in London, and the Boys Town section of Chicago. Along with its wide variety of gay-friendly businesses, the underworld is also home to the 666, a sprawling 5-story gay nightclub that is reportedly the largest such establishment ever built. Reports confirm the 666 is one of the most popular destinations in the Nine Circles, offering drag shows, multiple dance floors, 6-headed go-go dancers, and live music. It's just nice to finally live in a place where I don't have to feel like an outcast or an outsider, said Vanessa Aldridge, 38 years old, stressing that she has faced absolutely no discrimination since she, like all homosexuals and gay sympathizers, was sentenced to an eternity in Lucifer's den immediately upon her death. There's no stigma attached to openly being who I am here. Everyone is respected and free to live the way they want to live. It's really refreshing, frankly, to live in a place where nobody gives me any weird looks when I walk hand in hand with my girlfriend, Aldridge continued. And all of the other eternally damned homosexuals down here feel the same. I thank Satan every day for welcoming me here. He has already been widely celebrated by gay rights leaders for its far-reaching acceptance of alternative lifestyles, and residents told reporters it is incredibly common to see a rainbow flag hanging over various shop awnings, car windows, atop thrones of blood, soaked bones, and rotting flesh. Additionally, the Inferno's Gay Pride Parade, held every July in the second circle, is noted for its extravagance and high attendance rate. Reports confirm that with thousands more homosexual souls flooding the gates of hell every day, the chasm of wickedness and sin has truly become a sanctuary for gays and lesbians alike, a feeling proudly shared by a majority of heterosexual locals. The gay community has really flourished here, and I have to say they've been great for the place, said Nephirim the Malevolent, a 10,000-year-old 70-foot-tall minotaur who has resided in hell since rising from the ashes of a smokeless flame. At the end of the day, they're just like anyone else. Everyone has the right to express their love for whomever they want. They don't bother me in the slightest, and if anything, we in the Dark Lord's army encourage any and all public displays of affection between same-sex couples. I think it's great, and they've carved out such a strong community for themselves here, added the horned beast of ceaseless death and destruction. I'm all for it. In stark contrast to hell's ongoing embrace of persecuted groups, sources confirm that heaven remains the most bigoted and intolerant place in the universe. Truth hurts, folks. If you don't like my barrage of truth, simply click off. This article is from josephp.blogspot.com. Rainbow flag equals gay revolution equals Lucifer enlightenment. Symbolism of the Lucifer Lodge, rainbow, and the essence of light. This article, series dealing with the symbolism of the Star of Azazel, and specifically the Lucifer Lodge, begins with a text contemplating the meanings of rainbow and light. These both have been addressed in many vivid contexts, and they truly are important symbols in occultism, although their depth isn't always fully understood. The most common view is that the rainbow is the union between man and God, heaven and earth, man's lower personal constitution and the higher self. The unity of different elements can be seen in the rainbow as it is comprised of a projection of water and light, fire, as it ascends to the heavens when viewed from earth. Rainbow is also Antakarana, the rainbow bridge that leads man's Luciferian intellect and self-awareness, manas, the even higher divinity. And just like the rainbow, Antakarana is unreachable through worldly manners and deeds. It eludes the one who tries to reach it through action, since it can only be approached through spiritual efforts. The 7 foundational rays and colors of humanity are visible in the rainbow. They emanate from the original light and energy, manifesting just like they do in the human chakra system. However, when viewed from Earth, the colors appear upside down when compared to the chakra system, in which they traditionally begin from the bottom with red and up to purple. However, this is not the case when viewed from above, as rainbow then appears as a circle with its colors forming a halo. The inmost color being purple and the outmost being red. This expresses the interconnection of physical and less physical, both in man and the macrocosm. The dense parts settle in the outer ring, and the less physical in the middle. Outside of these two observable extremes is a spectrum of manifestations invisible to man. The physical end, which can't be consciously reached by senses in their normal state, and the invisible reaches of spirituality. Each of these and everything in between exists on the same spectrum, even though it isn't visible to the naked eye. Whiteness and light shine to the universe in every one of these shades, radiating every color out of itself while keeping darkness, the unmanifested spiritual perfection, at its core. Traditionally, rainbow has also been interpreted as the thunder god, Jupiter, Indra, Oh. Also, just as noted earlier, rainbow is the bridge of Venus, Lucifer, Manas. the purest self-awareness to reach towards middle point, the mutable source of existence of every living being. This duality in the sense of energy reaching from the center to the outer circles can also be seen as Jupiter's or Indra's lightning, Vajra, which electrifies and puts physical matter in motion. While rainbow can be seen as energy traversing in two directions, Vajra also shares this duality. In addition to the lightning, it is also a diamond, man's solid, divine self and consciousness. It is manas, which like a diamond cuts through everything, but it is so dense, is self, that it cannot be cut or divided. It's the crown that Lucifer sets on the rainbow, and the power he has given to us misinterpreted as a fall, and more correctly seen as lightning flashing from the sky towards Earth. What should be determined from all this? The rainbow symbolizes the oneness of everything manifested and unmanifested. It expresses every one of the rays both together and separated, and especially those which are important to human life. Even though it's only a fraction of everything that exists, there are levels in which the consciousness can traverse and from which everything is manifestable by it and for any period of time. None of these shades is in the wrong place. They're all in harmonic order. Only through misguided action can we abandon one of its aspects, just like we've witnessed with misguided religions and our own misguided actions in the past and present. Still, this wholeness is available and examinable to us, limited only by our capability to comprehend our possibilities toward it. We do not embody just one of those rays. In actuality, the one ray we radiate outward includes the others, which we, for one reason or another, haven't chosen to emphasize at the moment. This is the reason we can also say that light, the oneness and source of all colors, envelops darkness, and that darkness too contains only the most perfect light of all. And so lastly, folks, this is an article posted to LGBT News on Facebook, August 2nd, 2016, The Gay Agenda. Here is an example of how the dark forces use alchemy and dark magic to fuel the gay, lesbian, transgender movement, and how they use the color pink to fuel their agenda, and how they have incorporated it into their colors of their rainbow. So, gay pride. They refer to the gay parade as the Pride Parade, promoting Lucifer himself and using that energy to fuel their gay agenda. Ever notice how many gay men dress impeccably and take pride in how they look? Sorry, gay men, don't shoot the messenger. Just trying to get the message out, so put your pride ego away. They have their own rainbow to represent the gay agenda, and I will show you how they use the color to activate the masculine energy. The word gay is really the word guy. This is yet another way that the masculine energy is being used to promote and fuel the patriarchal masculine energy. Pride was Lucifer's downfall. The gay pride flag has 8 colors in it: pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and purple. The color blue represents feminine energy, not the masculine energy. Blue is a primary color. Etymology. The colors red, violet, and indigo are listed under the color blue in etymology. Blue moon refers to feminine energy. Blue is a mood or emotion, feminine, and the moon represents the feminine energy. Blue chip or stocks traded on the stock exchange represents the divine feminine energy captured via the registrar or vital statistics where that energy was captured. Google legal name fraud to find out by using the legal name. Blue blood is the color of the elite loyal family line. The color blue represents the etheric or spirit. The color pink represents the masculine energy, not the feminine energy. Pink is not a primary color, it is a derivative of the color red, making it a weaker color than the color blue. Red represents the planet Mars, or the masculine energy of passion and anger. Etymology: pink, herb, pierce, stab, make holes in, spur a horse, prick, pierce, a fist. Pink sounds pretty masculine to me. E is an upside down D. Pink is a dink, or a prick. The extra color in the gay rainbow flag, pink, which is the true color of the masculine energy, or the patriarchal, or archangel electric energy. Archangel Michael, who, in my opinion, is an archon, not a benevolent being, represents the color indigo. Ego. The color pink is a derivative of the color red and has always been associated with feminine energy, and the color blue has always been associated with masculine energy. But that is really accurate? No. Remember, everything in this matrix is upside down. The color purple, etymology, ink, or e-ink. The black liquor with which men write. The gay movement has incorporated the color purple into their rainbow flag. The color purple today is known as the gay color. Purple is the color you get when you combine red and blue, or pink and blue. Purple is the color that the Illuminati use to represent transgenders and pedophilia. There is a website called Trans Kids Purple Rainbow, which uses the color purple to promote their transgender agenda. The color purple represents the planet Saturn, or Satan, and the elites worship Saturn. The two pillars in Freemasonry, and red and blue, and the third pillar is the purple pillar, or transgender pillar, which is the mixing of the masculine and feminine together, or the blue and red together. Violet and purple look very similar, but violet is a true color, with its own wavelength and spectrum of visible light, while purple is a composite color made by combining blue and red. The color purple doesn't really exist, in that there is no wavelength of light we produce called purple. There's really a mystery behind the color purple, but some can say that it has more red compared to blue dominance that blue has. Probably this is the main reason why the color purple doesn't exist as a true color, and at the same time why red and violet are away from each other in the rainbow spectrum. Maybe this is some sort of missing color after all. The color purple is the only color not in the visible spectrum. It is occult or hidden in plain sight, worn by the draconian monarchy, the kings and queens of this planet. The color purple represents royalty, or blue bloods, or the reptilian entities. If the color purple does not really exist, then the fake Illuminati royal bloodline do not exist either. It is an illusion created by the black wizard behind the curtain, like in the movie The Wizard of Oz. Somewhere over the rainbow. We are all transgender, there is no separation. We are both masculine and feminine. Males have a penis and females have a smaller penis called a clitoris. Men have testes on the outside and women have ovaries on the inside. Men have nipples that don't lactate and women have nipples that lactate. The Illuminati transgender agenda is to bring continued separation between masculine and feminine energy, and it is done by using the occult dark magic by master wizards. By bringing in the extra color pink, they have tipped the scales of the balanced rainbow colors of 7 by eliminating the divine feminine, or number 7, representing completion, or coming full circle. Circles represent the ovum, or the divine feminine. Another way they have gotten rid of the divine feminine is by changing the number of the colors to 8, representing infinity, which would keep this agenda going for infinity. Women have always been the creators, not the men. Women have the womb to give life, not the men. It is not to say that men have no power, or that the women are more powerful than men. Power is found in balance. Power occurs when the male and female become one, when there is no separation between the two. In ancient times, women abused that power and used it against men. This time frame that we are experiencing now is simply karma working itself out, if one was to adhere to the karma philosophy. And that is why the women today are always fighting for their rights. Perhaps that saying, "we reap what we sow," truly has some merit. We are all looking for that divine feminine energy outside of ourselves by looking for it in someone else. That beautiful energy has to be found within. It is within all of us. Stop looking for it in a partner and go within. You will find it. Dumbo Truth out.